Alright, you guys, so I've completely cleaned the car out, everything, bagged up the wiring. I have the rest of the interior on the hood of this car and some on here. This came from the trunk, so this would be where the trunk latch went. And the more I'm removing is the more issues I'm finding. So as you can see, I guess the current owner or the previous owner had a major rust problem over here also, but it's not too bad. So I mean, the frame itself, the body, like I said, it was never ran to the ground, but it looks good. On the outside though, from when I purchased it, I saw no problem. So the rust must be up under here somewhere. So if you guys are buying a car, might want to stick your head up under here, up under the fender, to check it. So what I'm doing now is cleaning all of this out. It took me forever to get the car was filled with all kind of stuff in there. So I want to clean this up because I hate working in the car and it's just filthy. Like, it's like every time I try to touch something, it's like dirt. And you know, I constantly have to make sure I have my gloves on, you know, because I wasn't the previous owner. So right now I'm just removing the noise, what is it called, when I think of it I'll tell you guys, but the sound deadening material. So all I'm doing is just heating it up with the heat gun, and I already kind of started some over here. Well, that one just came up. That was all ready to go. I think it was ready to leave this dirty car. I kind of have a plan for this. If everything works out, I'll probably keep this car because I made an agreement with my son and the hatch. So I don't know. But yeah, all I'm doing is putting the heat to this. Just go up under there. Just pull it up. So I don't need the dry ice. I just need to get that heat. Just heat it up. And like I said, I'm slowly working at this thing. I mean, I like the frame of the car. I like the potential of it. I mean, I see a 10-year potential in it versus the current Honda challenge that they have. Like I said, it's a good challenge and all, but I always try to strive for the best. I don't like settling for good enough. So I would love to road race this car. Don't have to worry about getting tags on it and stuff like that. Probably trail it to the track. So if I do keep this car and do the build that I want to do, it's going to take me a few years. It's going to take me a while. But the way I have it set in my mind, and I'm going to write this down, and I'm pretty good at you know, making a long-term plan. Like you see with my wagon, my goal with the wagon was to restore it back to its natural condition, and I did that. Granted, it took me 10 to 11 years. So I think this is going to be the ultimate build. So just hitting it with a heat gun. Just go up under it. And I'll just do this till I get all of it out. Then I'll wash the car out and get rid of all this filth and junk, and see where I go from there. What I'm going to do is, for the corners, I'm going to put an X on them. For the front fender here. So this piece is detachable. So if I can find one at the junkyard, I'll remove it. And I'm going to have to remove the radiator support. I'm in the process of ordering one for the car now. And like I said, the frame itself is good, so I'm happy for that. Radiator support, the bump guard or whatever it is called, it's going to have to go. The radiator support is going to have to go. And if I can cut this part off, I'll do so. If not, I'll try to have the body shop straighten it out. And I'm going to take my time and build this car. But in the process, y'all, if someone comes and offers me a decent price on the car, I will sell it. I know if ands or but about it, because like I said, the frame itself is not messed up. But I'm slowly putting everything together. I haven't taken this out as yet because while the car is sitting, I don't want to have a big hole where anything can get up in there. I guess I could put something to cover it up, but you know, why not just leave that for now? So I've gotten the clutch pedal in there. I'm cleaning the inside. I'm doing all the inside right now because it's raining a little bit. I wanted to do the radiator support, but I'll probably do that another day. So I mean, seats are out, the full interior is out, getting the noise deadening out, and I'm gonna wash it out and go from there. Got all the sound deadening out, and cut this carpet because it was holding in the water. And once I cut it, found a big old rust right here. In Jamaica, they got a saying that let sleeping dogs lay. Should have let this one be. Still haven't done over there yet as far as the sound deadening is concerned, but boy, yeah. So the sound deadening was kind of holding in the rust, so you really couldn't see it. So we're gonna have to go from there. I think it is 2 layers of metal, so hopefully it's just the first layer. So I'm gonna cut it out and see. But working on pulling that one up. I had to stop real quick, help the wife with the groceries. And we've been discussing keeping this car, getting rid of it, fixing the rust, kind of looking at our 10-year plan to see what's going on. You know, you got to sit down. If you guys have a wife, please sit down with the wife and talk to the wife about everything and see what her goals is and make sure everything aligns. Please, y'all. Please. So we're going to pull up the rest of the stuff over here and see what other surprise, or I'm hoping I don't find any other surprise. So we'll see what's going on. Alright, y'all. So this is as far as I'm going to get with the sound deadening. Probably going to take that out to drain the water out. Got most of it up now. Just going to be hitting this with some water. So I got bag over the sense, over where it connects to the ECU. Tear this thing down. Anybody want a flooded tar? Get all this out. Try not to get water up in the dash. But yeah, man, spray it out. Then I'm gonna get the brush and the soap, wash it out. Get all these places up in here. Get this car nice and clean. Starting to look like something now. Knock this driver's side out real quick. To take that plug up, that's for the seatbelt right there. Get all this, everything out the trunk, spray it out. Then I'm gonna get all this water up out of here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill some holes in the floor to leak the water out, wherever it settles. And yeah, all this dirt, grime, and all that. Get majority of this out. Wherever there ain't no holes, I'm gonna put holes in it. think it's gonna be alright. Alright, so now that I got the whole thing car flooded, I'm just gonna drill some hole in this part here. I'm not gonna drill any holes up here. I'm just gonna dry that out, mainly because the fuel tank is up there. So I just want to get the lowest point. And same thing for the other side. Just find the lowest point where I can find. So the car is on a tilt, so all the water should be running in one direction, and I'm going to do the trunk also. Let's find the lowest point of the trunk. And just let it drain. And as far as this area is concerned, I'll just bail the water off. And bail it out. See, I still kind of left the sound deadening on here to help, because I know I wasn't going to be able to do much, so I kind of left the sound deadening over there. Same thing over here. I'm gonna bail this out. Right. So once I bail that out, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have water still in these corners and all that, right? I'm gonna use a rag and dry it out, and then for any excess moisture that's gonna be in here, what I'm gonna do is the same thing what I do for the house. I'm gonna get the dehumidifier, put it in here and let it run overnight, and that's gonna dry out any excess water that's in here. But I just kind of sprayed it down with the hose. I'm still gonna go over it with my bucket and soap right there, scrub out any dirt and all that, but just kind of give a general idea of just how to get all this moisture and stuff out of here. Alright, you guys, so I've managed to get the car completely cleaned up. So what I'm gonna do now is to get the water out of all the creases. I could use the air tool and blow it out, but what I'm gonna do is, to get those, all the little wet, whatever it is use this dehumidifier, and I'm gonna plug it up overnight. This was in the basement, so I'm just gonna let it sit throughout the night. And close the car up shut. And what this does is it draws moisture out of the air. So it's gonna we'll find out for sure when I come in the morning to see if there's any water anywhere. But I'm just gonna let the dehumidifier run, and I got the bulk of the car cleaned up. Take these door panels off when I get another chance, but I'm done with this for right now. And also I removed the rear bumper because I want to see the extent of everything. So this is the rear quarter panel. Going to take this to the body man to see what can be done about it. Hopefully he can just cut it off from right here. And this is the worst side. The other side is not too bad. This you can actually see in the trunk. But took the rear, the trunk off, the bumper off. Of course, the exhaust is tied up. Everything on this car is kind of mismatched. But has a beautiful number 2 on there. Definitely probably going to be running it without a bumper. But yeah, I'm just gonna let the, and I realized I said chair a lot instead of but yeah. I said but yeah. But yeah, I'm going to have the dehumidifier run in the car all night, and we'll see how we go from there. Alright, that didn't work as planned.